Okay, I know what you're thinking. Here we go again, another boring budget story. But this isn't a boring budget story. It's a proper budget battle between different countries inside the EU, trying to work out how much money should be sent here to Brussels and what that money should be spent on. EU leaders are going to try and work it all out in that building behind me, and I'm going to follow them.
The negotiations will not be easy.
The position of the Parliament has been very clear. We want these programs to be continued.
There's always this battle between the net payers and the net recipients, i.e. the countries that pay more in and the countries that take more out.
And it's your money we're talking about, an eye-watering 1.1 trillion euros. It's too big even for my phone.
The EU budget is the same size as the budget of the government of Sweden, a country of 9 million people. So it's how much the Swedish government spends on 9 million, spread right across 440 million Europeans. So the European Union budget is spread very, very thin.
In reality, it's actually only 1% of the entire Union's GDP. But this time round, there's a pretty big black hole because of Brexit, a 13 billion euro black hole that simply means all that money, a bit like myself, is going to disappear. So here we are in the room, and this is where leaders are going to have to agree about who pays what and whether some are going to have to pay more.
As a union of 27, as you said, we have fewer resources. It's about 75 billion less for the whole 7 years period, but more common challenges that no member state can solve on its own.
In one corner in this battle is the Frugal Five, made up of countries like the Netherlands, Denmark and Sweden, who think they already pay too much and want to see cuts to the budget. In the other corner is the so-called Friends of Cohesion, made up of 17 countries, headed by Portugal, that want to see the protection of the European Cohesion Fund. Now that transfers money from wealthier countries to poorer ones, mainly in the south and in the east.
The European Union needs a budget who could finance their ambition expressed in our strategic agenda. We need to lead digital transition, climate change, and of course strengthen the cohesion of our union.
But it's not simply about whether the budget is bigger, smaller, or roughly around the same, but it's also what the money should be spent on. Should it be spent on the common agricultural policy to keep the farmers happy, or on the green agenda, which is a top priority for the Commission? Divisions run deep, and some have threatened to use their veto if they don't get their way. And also, time is short. Caught in the middle of all of this is this man, Charles Michel, the Council President. And he seems determined to want to force a deal at this summit.
It's an interesting tactic that he deployed. He built this one up to build up the expectation that there would be a solution, but just on the verge of that now, it looks like there might not yet be one. And so why he's chosen to put so much political investment into this, I'm not altogether certain.
Well, the big battle is going to commence in this room a little bit later, and you know what? No one really knows how it's going to end, or indeed when it's going to end. Darren McGaffrey for Euronews in Brussels.